Please be advised that Little Miss Recap contains adult language. Hi everyone, welcome to Little Miss Recap, the podcast where we are blessed. Thank you, sweet baby Jesus, Mother Mary of God.
What if Mother God brought us this? I don't know who
Mother
brought us
deities. Mother God,
Mother Earth,
Haley Bob,
Hail
Mother
Bob.
Earth.
Yeah,
Hail Bob. I'm calling Haley
Bob.
Like Mark
I know you
Twain's
do every
comment.
time. Yeah, someone who loves us brought us this because
I don't know what we did to deserve this. It is
guys,
everything
this is
I wanted it to
glorious.
be.
I mean, you're always welcome to just listen to a podcast. I struggle with just listening to a podcast about a show I haven't watched. Like,
Yeah, I
having
can
just
do
done
it.
it depends on the show.
For example, I could do it when reality gays are doing their OG rewatch.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
But it's
like,
hard for me, yeah.
Like Todd and I think we mentioned this previously, just did a You, Me, and My Ex journey. And
Mhm.
so I went back and listened to Jake and Matt. I went back and listened to Ace and Caitlin. Like
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
that kind of thing. I at least have to know what these people look like and who we're talking about.
Yeah.
So I
Yes.
will say this. If you are thinking, oh, I'll just listen to Amye and Amanda giggle their faces off watching this.
Mm-mm.
No, go watch this. It's ridiculous.
This is everything I needed this weekend. This is a balm to soothe my
Your soul.
shock and awe that I've lost my job.
Yes.
This is like,
this is what's going to make it better for you.
as the Black Crows would say, this is a remedy.
Wow. That's
Wow.
good.
Wow.
It's good. It's good.
Wow.
Amy, I have so many things to say.
So let me just start with my impressions and my thoughts, and
Sure.
then you can give yours, and then we'll go into it.
Then we'll recap these people.
Couple things. Number one is admittedly, you and I have talked about this. You have a lot more poly friends. You know way more about this. You've been in the dating scene before. Like,
Yeah.
you know modern day sexuality and dating.
I know the
don't.
terms. I know all of this, and none of these people are using the terms properly, but we'll get there.
I don't know any of that.
Okay.
I got married 18 years ago. Obviously, haven't looked at a dating app since. Okay.
Right.
However, I have teenagers
Sure.
who are in that world.
Yes.
So I do know a little bit.
A little bit.
I feel like this was so refreshing to see people just of everywhere on the spectrum and every sexuality and every identity just coming together and being like,
this is who
we're
I am.
just free and we don't give a shit and we're going to do what we want to do. I felt it was diverse. It's a diverse cast.
It's racially diverse.
I love it.
It's not body diverse. That is the only thing is not diverse.
Of course it's not, Amanda.
Of course it's not. Because as I said to Todd, I'm like, they're not putting people who look like you and me on this show.
No,
though that would be infinitely more interesting in a lot of ways.
I agree. No, I loved it. I also felt, okay, for as little knowledge that I have of this world, even I was like, something's not right with some of this.
Something's rotten in some of these Denmarks.
So with that, I will turn it over to your thoughts.
Oh, okay. First of all, I had no idea what I was walking into.
Right.
I thought it was much more Seeking Sister Wife.
No.
I did not realize it was Love Island, Temptation Island situation.
For polyamory.
For polyamory. But okay, let's talk about a lot of terms here.
Okay.
So, and I see people post about this stuff a lot. Like, what does this mean? What does that mean? Because honestly, folks, if you haven't been on a dating app in 10 years, it looks like Alphabet City out there. You're like, what are people even talking about? I don't know what these things mean.
Yeah, so, I would fail miserably in this world.
We have this umbrella ethical non-monogamy. Under that falls things like polyamory. Cool. Like an open relationship. Cool. Like swinging. Cool. There are people who do polyamory or they do ethical non-monogamy in like a don't ask, don't tell situation.
Okay.
Like, there are couples out there who are like, okay, maybe one of them travels a lot for work or whatever. Like, whatever doesn't happen in our home city, have fun.
So let me ask you a question.
Sure.
How is that different than just having an open marriage or an open relationship?
So it really would that's one of those things that I think really depends on who you ask.
Okay.
For me, the difference is that there's more boundaries around it, and the other person doesn't wanna know about it.
Okay. All right. I
So
got
there's
you.
a lot of couples that operate in this, like, "We just don't talk about this part of if
Mhm.
you go bang someone else, just don't tell me about it, that and
Like
I'll do the same."
your needs, your love needs are met here and
"Yeah,
your
we're
sexual
good.
needs are met somewhere else.
Right, we're
Okay.
just banging around town."
All right.
Cool.
Okay.
Swinging tends to be couples together,
Right.
mixing it up.
Oh, I'm familiar.
Yes.
No,
Oh, yeah,
I'm just
you
kidding.
oh, yeah. Is there something you wanna tell us all, Amy? You're like, "Oh, I know about swinging."
No, we're the lamest people on earth, but go on.
And then there's polyamory.
Mhm.
Polyamory is amory, many loves. Like, what these people are doing is what I would call unicorn hunting.
Okay,
So,
explain that term for everybody.
sure, unicorn hunting is when somebody is looking specifically like, imagine you and Timmy have decided you wanna bring a just the look on your face, just as I said that she almost spit out her coffee. Imagine though you and Timmy decide you wanna bring someone else into your relationship.
Okay.
And what people will be accused of like, if you went on dating sites, you're like, "My husband and I are looking for a third, blah, blah, blah."
Right.
A lot of people view that as really unethical because you 2 have a power in this relationship that
Yes.
third person doesn't have.
Right.
There's a term that gets thrown around a lot called couples privilege. Like, you and Timmy would have couples privilege over
Okay.
this person. It's
And it
not
would feel icky to be like, we're shopping
we're
for a
shopping for
sexual
someone to
object.
bang. Yes,
Yes.
that's what
Okay.
it is. We have
Alright.
dehumanized this
See,
person.
that felt icky to me when I saw it in the show.
And that's a lot of what this show is. It is two people in a couple who are like, "We wanna bring a third person into our relationship." It's like,
Yeah.
here's the thing about a true throuple. I actually was just texting with a friend about this morning.
Mhm.
Um, in a true throuple, there are multiple relationships happening here. So
Right.
we've got person A, B, and C,
It's a
regardless of sex and
polycule,
gender. It's
right?
a it
Polycule?
can yes, it is well, polycule tends to get more outside of that. So,
Okay.
we have our let's start with
It's
a
a
throuple
throuple.
or a
Okay.
triad.
Alright.
Those are the terms.
Sorry, I was trying to be fancy.
I
Okay, go ahead.
understand. I hate the word throuple. Like, it just
Mhm.
doesn't feel right in my mouth. I don't know what
Yeah.
about it. It's like the M word. I
Race
can't
what was he calling it? A relationship, a three relationship?
oh,
No.
yeah. Like, no.
Stop it.
No, stop it. Stop, stop, stop. Anyway, triad, throuple. It's 3 people who are in a relationship, person A, B, and C. Again, we're not gonna worry about sex or gender because it really doesn't matter
Right, sure.
in describing it.
Mhm.
Person A has a relationship with person B and person C. Person B
Mhm.
has a relationship with A and C. Then we have the relationship of all 3 of us together.
Mhm.
So it's a lot of relationships to maintain in this 3 people.
Okay, so in a properly functioning throuple, there
Mhm.
are independent relationships as
Mhm.
well as a throuple relationship.
Correct.
That's not what was happening here.
No,
It
no,
was
not
the
even
couple
close.
and the single.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I got you.
And
I got you.
if you notice, like, in some of this we only got through 2 episodes, like, you could see
I
the
watched all 3.
I I wanted to watch the 3rd one, but I
Mhm.
didn't wanna confuse myself, and it was late last night. Um, we'll watch the 3rd one tonight. But, like, you could see the people were like, "Oh, I'm really upset with them interacting with the other person, and I'm not included."
Oh, yeah, a certain someone. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Get there.
Mhm.
We will get there. A polycule, on the other hand, is like everybody else. So, like, let's say, again, I'm just gonna pick on you and Timmy because you're the most boring people in the
That's
world.
fine. Yes.
We'll use you as the example.
And the most traditional and the
I
most boring. Yeah.
right, that's fine, but you love your
Mhm.
life, and that's all that
Yeah,
matters.
sure, whatever.
So sure, whatever.
Sure I
So let's
do.
say
Sure I do.
sure, 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 uh-huh, I love my husband. No,
Mm,
you're as I forget, was it Mary Payne who said that, or maybe Stephanie? You're, like, obsessed with your husband.
Stephanie says that to me
Stephanie
all the
says that.
time.
You're, like,
Yeah.
obsessed with your
Mhm.
husband, but it's cute. I like it. Anywho, like, let's say you and Timmy were poly.
Mhm.
Timmy had a girlfriend.
I would burn her house down.
Okay, that's fine. But
Okay.
in the example we're giving, you're consenting to
Okay.
this, so you don't have to burn her
Alright.
house down. You're
Okay.
supporting him visiting her house, so we don't wanna burn it down. Um, that group becomes a polycule. Like, you're not in a romantic
Right, so
relationship with her.
me and Bradley Cooper and
You're
Timmy and Rachel Ray, his love,
sure,
we're a
Rachel Ray
polycule.
and Bradley Cooper make up your polycule. The fact that
Okay.
Rachel Ray is Timmy's love explains so much
Yeah.
because you look a lot
Yeah.
like Rachel Ray.
Yeah. You know
Yeah.
who else he loves? This
Who?
is so bizarre. Get ready.
Okay.
Buckle in.
Okay.
Condoleezza Rice.
Oh, yeah, we mentioned that before. Condi. Why not? Why not? Who are we to
So
judge?
it has vibes of Tyree saying he likes Hillary Clinton.
It does. It really does. Is Condi Rice a Sagittarius or a Scorpio or whatever the hell
Is she a
Hillary is? So
freak in
she's
the
a freak in
sheets?
the
I have
sheets.
no idea. Oi, oi. All right.
Didn't
So,
didn't Condoleezza Rice become like the chancellor of like Stanford or something?
oh, I don't know. That sounds right. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
does
think she
sound right.
became like a big muckety muck at some snooty snoot
I never
college.
want to see any of them again. But anyway,
No, no, no.
um,
So yeah, people are just throwing these terms around, and I'm like, you people don't know
okay.
what you're talking about.
So let's do this as we go through.
Yeah,
You point out for
I'll point
me
out where it's
where you're seeing
where
this,
they're a
okay?
mess.
And
They're a mess
thank you.
outside
That
their relationship mess.
it's a really helpful
Piece
help
of
me.
information.
No, there's a term for
No.
that.
Okay, I don't know.
Explainer. Explainer.
Okay, I'll be an explainer.
That was a very helpful. No, what you did, you gave us an explainer.
Got it.
Yes.
Got it. Cool,
Yes.
cool.
Thank you. Okay.
No problem.
All
Yeah.
right. So
Let's
we're
go.
talking Couple to Throuple, season 1, episode 1, chemistry. Oh, I love this show. Okay. Hosted by Scott Evans, who I looked up, and he like had a show on, oh, what is that show that was in schools? Something One,
Oh
News
yeah,
One.
News One or
You know
something.
what I'm talking about.
Oh, he
And then
also
he's,
was on Access Hollywood.
yes,
Yeah.
he's also a sports guy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He's handsome.
So he's very handsome.
He's
This
very
is
handsome.
located and filmed in Panama. Now,
Panama.
this Panama, you can't say it without saying it that
No,
way,
you have to
right?
say Panama, like Gino forever.
And then I wrote
We have to
the
go to this
same
place, Amy.
we have, it's
It
gorgeous.
is gorgeous. I don't know if it's a resort or a house or whatever the hell this is,
I think it's a house.
but on our tour of
Mhm.
places we have to go, this gets a stop.
I'm not sleeping in any of those beds.
No, we'll get another. Well, I mean, if they
I'll bring a sleeping bag and sleep on the floor.
okay,
Okay.
yeah, you get really icked out by hotel rooms. As long as the sheets are washed, I'm fine.
Okay. So this production company is the same one who did Too Hot to Handle
Okay,
and Perfect Match.
okay,
Okay. So
got
I
it.
feel like, guys, you hit on it here. This
Yeah,
is
this
it.
is the
This
secret
is the one.
sauce.
Yeah. So there's quote unquote 14 open minded couples, and every 4 days, the couples will invite a single into their big
There's
bed.
4 open-minded couples, not 14.
Oh my God. Yes, you're right. 4.
4.
Okay. I'm
By
sorry.
the way, I hate all of the couples.
The only couples I like are Ashmal and Ramen. And I call them ramen like ramen noodles, and I can't say it any other way.
I like them, but God, they are not ready for this.
They're
None
not
of these
ready for
couples are
this at
ready for
all, but
this.
I like them. I'm
I
here to
like them.
watch them all goddamn day.
They're silly. They're silly
Yes.
fun. But
Yes.
yeah, I really
I
hate
hate
Ken
them
and
all
Barbie.
too.
We'll
Mhm.
get there.
Yeah. So they have to ask themselves, Amanda, are we better as a throuple? Has our monogamy been holding us back?
Mhm. Mhm.
Or are you done with each other? That's an option we could throw in there.
It sure is an option that we're done. I think that might be what's discovered in some of these couples, to be
Same.
honest. Because
Yes.
a lot of couples will open up because they're bored.
Right. There's something wrong in the couple.
Right. So they're
Instead
trying
of
to spice
fixing
up their
that,
life.
right, they open it. Yeah.
Which is where it gets gross of like, I'm shopping for a person to spice up my life. Like, ew.
Yeah.
These are
So
people.
they have the help of a therapist this time.
I like her.
Shamira Howard.
I
I
like
like her
her.
too.
She's
Love and
gorgeous.
relationship expert. I love her glasses.
Her
Glasses are
glasses
on
are
point
amazing.
as always. So I feel like therapists always have good
They do tend
eyewear.
to have good
Mhm.
glasses, yeah. Yeah, I think it's part of
My
the
my
contract.
my therapist doesn't wear glasses. I have to get her a fake pair.
Mine does sometimes. I think, well, you know what? Now that I think about it, she really only puts them on when she's writing stuff. So,
Oh, okay. All
yeah.
right. So
How
we
old is
here's the
Janet?
couples.
Real quick, how old is Janet?
Janet is, I think she's my age.
Okay.
Might be a year younger, a year older, but she's right in that zone.
Okay.
Mhm.
Priscilla's in her mid 60s.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right. So
Okay.
she's significantly older than you.
So much older. Sorry, Priscilla, if ever forbid you ever listen to this. You're not so much older.
So here's the couples. We have Dylan and Lauren. They're together for 7 years. He is, oh God, I don't want to sound like an asshole, but he's like got some roid rage or something. He is
He is
a
a
gym
gym
rat,
bro. He is a
gym
gym
bro.
bro.
Thank you. Yeah.
He is pumped up. He looks like Hans and Franz from the set from Saturday Night Live.
It looks like his veins are going to just fly out of his
It's like
skin.
right off his skin. It's bad.
He's gorgeous.
She is gorgeous. I think
Mhm.
of the couples that are looking for people, I find this couple to be the most attractive, though I'm not attracted to either of them.
Mhm.
No, we'll talk about each of them. I think she is the most attractive of these
Yes.
8 people.
Yes.
She's not my type, but,
Right. Right.
you know.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm
Th
gonna fall in love with a girl, it's Kate Winslet or Amy Ray of the Indigo Girls. Like, let's be real. It's not
Okay.
this.
All right.
It's not
All
this.
right. They're together 7 years, married for 2.
Okay.
Then we have Sean and Brittany, spelled Brittne.
N-E.
No Y. No Y.
Oh, nope.
They're together 4 years. She
Don't like
says they're together almost 4 years, and he goes, "Well, let's just say it's 4 years." And she's
they
like,
hate each
"Yeah,
other.
it's 4 years."
They hate each other.
They hate each other. Ashmel and Ramen Noodles, and they're to no, his name is Rahman.
Raheem.
Rahman? Rahman?
Rahman, yes.
Rahman. And they're together since, COVID. They met right before COVID. They
Right.
quarantined together, reminded me of you and Todd.
Mhm.
Found out they loved each other,
We're
whatever.
good. They are the silliest queens. They crack me the hell up.
I love them.
But they're
I
not
love them
queenie
so
like in the way
much.
Matt and Jake are queenie, but they're very queenie, and they are I think being friends with them would be amazing.
They threw some shade at Matt and Jake, and I got offended when they said
Mhm.
LA gays are a certain
Yep.
kind of way.
Same. Same, same.
Yeah. I'm
Same thing.
like, "You shut your mouth."
Shut your mouth. Don't speak ill of my friends. I have other gay
So,
friends in LA. Don't nope.
Wilder and Corey, who I am calling now, this is a
Oh
very
god.
important distinction. I'm calling them Barbie and Ken. However, he is Ken when Ken gets all misogynistic and crazy.
Right, when Ken kinda takes over Barbie world for a bit.
Yes, and he is only Ken as Ryan Gosling plays him in the movie. He's not
Yes.
like your stereotypical Ken doll that's very handsome.
No, he's not attractive at all.
He I
He's
thought I
giving off
was in a Wes Anderson movie.
he does they both kind of do look like they're coming out of a
Yes.
Wes Anderson movie.
Yes.
If Anderson wrote a movie about insipid, annoying people, which actually a lot of Wes Anderson movies are about insipid, annoying people, Todd's like, he's giving off 70s porn stash vibes.
This guy is 100% a guy you would find in Brooklyn. You would find
Oh, he's
him
such a hipster.
ugh, he's gross. He's
Oh, I
gross.
hate him.
I hate
And
him for
God,
all his I'm not judging his looks, whatever. I mean, a lot
no.
of that is choices that he made that are
Yeah.
gross, but however,
I'm not a
I
mustache
think
girl in
if you
general,
got
so
rid of the choices, he would be a fine-looking person.
but he looks ridiculous.
He looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And his wife, girlfriend, looks just like Malibu Barbie.
She does. And by the way, she doesn't want to do this, Amy.
She does not wanna do this,
She doesn't want to do
100%
this at
doesn't.
all.
Okay, here's a question for you because I feel like she wants to have a threesome, which is very different than looking for a poly partner. Am I
She's
correct?
fine with a threesome. Yeah, I think she'd be
Okay.
fine with a threesome. I think she's here's what I think. What is her actual name?
Corey.
Corey. Mal and he's like Wilder. Yeah, of course his name is Wilder. Of course
I
it
bet
is.
I bet you $1,000,000 it's not.
Ah, probably not.
Mhm.
But I like the idea that it is Wilder. It just fits.
Yeah. I bet you it's like Frank.
However, if he is a Wilder, I really hope he is named after Almanzo because that just makes me
Oh,
laugh.
there we go. "Hey, everybody." "It's me." Ugh.
But
Hadn't gotten to break that out in a long time.
but I think Corey slash Barbie is one of those girlies who's like, yeah, I can get real drunk and have a threesome.
Yes. Yes.
But she's not doing this sober, and she's definitely not doing a poly relationship of her own volition.
No, she's trying to cool girl it.
She wants to be the
And
cool girl, and she's not. And
let
that's
me
fine. No one should
let
be
me
that cool
tell
girl.
you, take it from somebody who tried to be a cool girl
Same.
and made
Same,
a
same.
complete ass out of myself.
Same,
I'm
same.
not a cool girl. I could not do it. Okay. All right. So Dylan and Lauren had their first threesome a year into their marriage and they loved it. Right,
Cool.
because you're looking for a threesome.
You're having a
Yeah.
threesome. That's fine. Go bang other people who want to have threesomes.
Sean first saw Brittany's big ass and fell in love with it. And Brittany is somebody who likes to wear a gold bikini.
Oh, yeah. She
There's
loves
something
gold.
real small. Yeah.
She likes to wear things that are gold that are barely fitting her body.
Yes. Yep.
And if folks choose not to watch this, she is a dark-skinned black woman.
Her
All the
body's
colors she
banging.
wears are gorgeous.
Banging. Yes.
Bagging body, she's gorgeous. I mean, well, let's put this way. I don't find her you know what? I'm not going to talk about people's appearance in this way. I
Right.
will say though, however, the color that gold that she wears is gorgeous on her skin.
Yes.
It's a
And
beautiful
she
contrast. I couldn't wear that
and
color gold. I would
and
look
she
like
says, like, "I like to wear this color to accent my skin color." Like,
uh-huh.
she's really into this color scheme.
Yeah,
Yes.
if I wore that color, I would look like I am 3 seconds away from dying in a plague in Europe circa 1600. Like, I cannot wear yellow at all. It makes me
I
look
don't
like a very
yeah.
ill person.
Everything is black or navy on me.
Yeah. I can do yellow if it's not near my face. Like, I have yellow pants that I
Okay.
enjoy.
Alright. Okay.
Anyway,
So,
no one needs to know about my yellow journey.
Ramen Noodles says he is the beautiful one, and Ashmal is funny, outgoing one. He's more like a Ryan Reynolds, we're told. And
Yes.
they struggle with what they're looking for. They're going back and forth. Ashmal's like, I want somebody who has their shit together, and Ramen's like, I don't. They're just constant bickering between the two of them.
Yeah, they're the Bickersons. They're very cute. I think I think neither of them knows what they want in this. I think they both want something, but they don't really know what it is and they can't articulate it.
Agree.
And if you can't
Agree.
articulate it, you can't go find it. Like one of the things I tell people when they're dating, because I've mentioned before, I went through that year-long dating program.
Mhm.
Again, hashtag not an ad, Kira Sabin, reinventing dating. Go now if you want to find out how to build a happy, healthy relationship. Love Kira. She's a coach I would put money on. Well, I have put money on her. And it worked out for me. I
I
got
was
that.
gonna say that cost you something, right?
It cost me something. And I got a really great prize, which is my husband.
Yes.
But one of the things that she talks a ton about is you have to get really clear on what you're looking for in dating
Mhm.
to go find it.
Yeah.
Like, and if
These
all you
2
want to do,
don't know. They
yeah,
don't know. And
yeah,
that's
no, all you want to do
okay,
is go
like
bang, go bang. I don't
right,
care.
if you just wanna bang around with a 3rd or 4th person every once in a while, and you're both in agreement and that there's consent from that other person,
Yeah,
everybody knows what's going on
what
and
the
what's
playing field
expected,
is here.
great. Go
Have
do
fun.
it. You don't have to put a
Like,
label on it.
now, again, I am one of those people that as long as everyone in the room is happy, healthy, and consenting,
Yeah.
I will yuck no one's yum, even if it's
Yep.
not my yum at all.
Yep.
I don't care.
Well, Wilder tells us, "Hey, hey, hey, from the day I met Corey, it was uncontrollable desire."
Oh,
Oh!
oh.
They met at a college party. He's like, "Babe, babe, tell the camera how we met, babe." She's like, we were at a college party and I was trying to make someone jealous." Okay, I thought there was a better story coming.
There's a real story here. So you were an asshole 19-year-old?
Right,
Okay.
okay. Hey everyone, stay tuned. Little Miss Recap will be right back after these words. Now, Scott Evans comes out. He's the host. And he's all like, I'm going to be your guide. This is a place where anything can happen. I've had my own experiences with ethical non-monogamy, so I know what you're going through. I'm here,
Mhm.
for you. He brings out Shamira, what's her last name? I don't want to
Evans.
Howard.
Oh, Howard. He's
Shamira
Evans.
Howard.
Scott
Yeah.
Evans, so yeah.
And Ramen goes, "You know what? We've needed a therapist for a very long time, so I'm glad she's here."
I do think it's really smart to have a therapist. I think it's interesting that I'd be curious to see what all these sessions turn into,
Mhm.
um,
Mhm.
because they're turning into games, which of course they have to because
Wait till you get to episode 3 session.
okay,
It's
cool. I
pretty good.
can't wait.
So she asked if any of the couples have dabbled in polyamory. No one raises their hands. And
So
all
this
of the
this can only go well then.
I know. All of the singles that they're gonna bring in have experience in ethical non-monogamy.
I'm
So,
really glad they were bringing other people in. For a split second, I was like, "Wait, these
I
8
thought
people have to
I
hook
thought
up?"
they were gonna have to hook up with each other, and I was
Me
like,
too.
"How is this gonna go?"
Right? This was like ultimatum bad version.
Yes.
Bad
So
decision version.
the singles come out and they mingle, and the shtick is they're gonna have to pick one tomorrow night
Mhm.
to go into their couple.
Right.
I just have some highlights, okay,
Okay.
from the mingling. Ramen and Ashmel are talking with Chris, who looks like Thor and has a huge bulge.
Oh my god. When they
Ashmel
went down to that, Todd was like, "Jesus!"
Ashmel goes, "He looked like Thor and his hammer was right there." And the camera zooms right in on
On
it.
his
So now Lauren and Dylan talk to Becca, and I don't know if you caught this. When we first met Becca, I was like, she looks just like Lauren.
She does. She
It was
does.
real weird.
Yes.
Becca said, "I've been with a couple who looked exactly like you two before." I'm like, "What is happening? Is this Star Trek?" Then Sean and Brittany meet Peach, and she
I liked
says,
Peach. I
"I
thought she
like
was adorable.
I thought Peach was fucking
Kid.
hot."
Yes, I think she's
Why did they
adorable and
not
she's
pick
fucking hot.
Peach? You know who she
Yeah.
reminded me of?
Who?
Eris and Cameron. Eris.
Yes.
She looked a lot like
Yes.
her. Mhm.
She did look a lot like her with curly hair. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Completely.
So, well, when we first met Eris, she had curly hair.
Oh, yeah, she did, didn't
Yeah.
she?
Yep.
Yeah, now it's straight. Okay. Anyway, yes. Yes, yes.
So Peach says she loves the chocolate and gold on Brittany, and she's thinking
She's
they're real hot.
she's into them.
She's always been poly, and she's bisexual, but
Oh,
she's
here's
always kept her partner separate. So she had a
okay.
relationship with the guy, relationship with the girl. Go ahead.
Okay. Here's another thing. When they said this, Todd was like, "Wait, that's not the same thing." So, a lot of people will be like, "I'm polyamorous because I'm bisexual." It's
Right.
like, "No. These two things are
You could be
very
straight
different.
and be polyamorous.
You can be straight and be
Yeah.
polyamorous, you can be poly and be bi, you can be poly and be gay. You can also be bisexual and be totally monogamous."
Yes. 100%.
And that's a lot of the reason that, like, bi erasure is a thing. And if
Yes.
folks aren't aware of that, it's much more in the gay community than I think in the lesbian community. But people don't tend to take bisexual, particularly I think men, seriously, because there's this fucked up idea that, like, bisexuality for men is just a stop on it's just a train depot on the way to gay town.
Right.
Like, we're just
Yes.
stopping in for
Yeah.
a visit because we're trying to get closer to gay town. And there are absolutely 100% men who are bisexual who like both men and women, and you don't have to bang one or the other. Like, all you're saying is, I'm attracted to men and women.
Yeah. And
Like,
Ashmal is really bisexual.
yes, Ashmal's
Ashmal's
really
like, I
bisexual.
hook up with women, I hook up with men.
The
You know what I
problem
mean?
is Ramen's not bisexual.
Ramen Noodles is real angry.
He's real angry and he's real gay, which is fine.
I
God,
wanna be friends with him in real life.
I do. I want to hang out with the two of them. I think it would be I, I think a cocktail bar with like a fancy cocktail bar with the two of them would be a trip
The
and a
thing
half.
is, like, and we'll get to it later, but I pick up on Ramen's energy when he's sitting there with stink face on all the time. That would be me if I was trying to do this with Timmy, like, watching Timmy hook up with a girl, I'd just be
Right, you'd
like,
be like, "I'm going to
seething
murder you."
rage. Yes.
But I'm gonna sit here and just pretend to smile while this is
Yes.
happening.
Yep. So, we learned that Sean and Brittany are not very affectionate with each other. Of course they're not, because they hate each other.
They hate each
And
other so
Osh
much. And he's a
Ashmal's
douchebag. I do not like him at
I
all.
don't like him at all either. Ashmal's an attorney.
Yeah.
You know who he reminds me of? Who's the couple from Family Karma?
I never watched Family Karma.
Nicholas and I forget.
Okay.
Oh, Family Karma was great.
That's what I've heard. I've just never watched
Yes.
it. By the time I, like, heard enough about it from you and Mary Payne,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like, it was too far in.
So Ramen is in marketing communications, and he gets a little wah wah from the music, and I don't know why.
Like, it's a perfectly acceptable job. It's not like one's a lawyer and the other one's like, I don't know, a ticket taker at the movies. Like, not that there's anything wrong with being a ticket taker at the movies,
Right.
but there's a perception of
Yes.
stratosphere there,
Yes.
stratification. Like, lawyer and a marketing expert,
They're pretty, yeah.
they're both
Marketing
professional people.
expert is pretty
They're
professional.
professional people. Like, oh god,
So
it's
they
funny.
like
Womp
Frank.
womp.
They like Frank a lot, but they're worried about him because he's an LA gay.
He's an LA gay,
Yeah.
and which one was the one that said he wanted to climb him like a tree?
Oh, that was definitely Ramen, I
Yeah, it
think.
was right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I want to climb him. He was a tall drink of water.
Do you like how I said it was definitely this person, and then I said, I think. So was it definitely Amy or wasn't it? Anyway, okay. Now Barbie and Ken are chatting with Denise with the Y. Denise with the Y.
I liked her too.
And Barbie's like, do you rock climb? And Denise like, not really. Do you
Yeah, I've
rock
done
climb? Do you rock climb? Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
I've
she's
done
like,
it.
oh, because we rock climb. Oh my God, it's like Kismet.
I don't think Barbie is dealing with a full
Oof.
52.
Wow.
I'm not entirely sure everything is put together in her
Oy,
brain hole.
oy, oy. So Ashmal and Ramen are talking to Jess and Jonathan now. Jess is a bikini model and has a rockin' bod. I
Oh
mean,
my
this woman,
god.
Jesus. They say they are both poly and bi, and
Mhm.
Ashmal is bi, and Ramen is a don't knock it till you try it sexual. I'm like,
Sure,
okay, I like
sure.
that.
Who was it
Um,
that said that they were a trisexual, they would try anything twice? Oh,
ooh.
it was Alex on You, Me, and My Ex.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay. That tracks.
yeah.
Brittany and Sean are talking to Darian. Now, Darian, I don't know if you caught this, used to live in Joshua Tree.
Of course, because that's a
And
chakra center of
she
the
wants to talk chakra
world.
points.
And these 2 are like, "The fuck are you what's a chakra point?"
uh,
I love Joshua Tree.
Sean and Brittany are like, we're super spiritual. Sean has even seen spirits.
Yes, I'm like,
Darian
that's
too.
not the same
Oh my God,
thing."
me too. And Brittany's like, I love to learn from people. And
Lord.
they tell Darian, we don't have any rules yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
Okay, mistake number 1, you have to be really clear on what we're trying to do before we start.
Yeah,
What are our boundaries?
this needs to be like intro to poly
Uh-huh,
before you
uh-huh.
pick somebody to bring in your
I
bed and
I feel
fuck.
like I feel like we would be really I feel like all of these couples would benefit from, the sex therapist. Oh god, why can't I never think of her name? Whatever, the woman's name.
Oh,
It's
Shamira.
Shamira, that's right. I'm like,
Mhm.
Shamar I keep going to Shamar Moore because of Christine. Not Shamar Moore,
Shamar Moore
Shamira.
shows up and things just got real interesting.
What if one of the couples was Christine and David?
And Shamar Moore was there. And he's like, I'm not hooking up with David Woolley.
Okay.
Uh,
Anyway, what Shamira should do is really sit all these 4 couples down and be like, "Let's have a class."
let's start from the beginning.
That's the really beginning. Because you people are all trying to jump into, like, advanced polyamory, and I feel like y'all might just wanna have a threesome, so why don't we talk about that as a group?
I have to say, this would be me and
'Cause
Timmy. Like, we would need somebody to be like, here's the definition, because we would just be going out there, flying around, grabbing people from bars and banging them. Like, we wouldn't know what we were doing.
oh god, oh god,
All
okay.
right. So later they talk to, now I have to say something. I don't know this woman's name. Is it Sanu?
Sanu. By the way, I was like, I thought she was really hot. And so, like, as we were going through this, I started to try to look up people as I could,
Yeah.
particularly people who had like interesting names.
Good. Okay.
She's a polyamory coach. I actually follow her.
That's
Actually, I was already
hilarious.
following her. I
Oh
have no
my
idea.
God.
I
Okay.
follow
All
so
right.
many like sex positive writers and coaches and
Yep.
all this
Yep.
shit.
I try to too. So give
Yeah.
me her info. I
Well,
want
I'll
to follow
find
her
it.
as
Yeah.
well.
If you just look up Sanu
Yeah.
couple to thruple, she pops right up on Instagram. Yeah.
And I will say it's important to me, even though Timmy and I don't practice this, we are very much monogamous. It's important for me to know this stuff because, like I said, my kids are in this world.
Mhm.
And not only that, like we live in the world with people, and
Right.
like it doesn't, how do I say this? It,
Polyamory is having a moment right
it's
now.
having a moment, and you
I'm
only
sad that this is the
benefit,
representation of it.
but we only benefit by knowing and accepting
Other people.
various
Here's the thing
lifestyles.
though, Sanu is actually poly.
Hmm.
Sh she's gonna make these people talk and process all of their shit.
Right.
I have a friend who
And they just
went
want to bang.
they just wanna bang. I have a friend who went, on a cruise with a couple that she's romantically involved with. And it's actually a friend of Todd's that I met through him. And she came back from the trip and she's like, "We talked and processed our feelings about doing it way more than we actually wound up doing it."
Hmm.
She's like,
Hmm.
"It got a little tiring after a
That would
while."
exhaust me as well.
Oh, yeah. So people think polyamory, I think, is just like you're fucking everybody on the planet. No, you're really actually talking more about fucking people than you're
Right, because
actually
there's an
talking
amory
about.
part of it.
There's a love
There's
part of it. There's a relationship. And if
there's
you have
more to love than banging.
right. And if you have a romantic relationship with one person and a romantic relationship with another person, there are things you gotta all talk about.
Right.
You
Yes.
just gotta talk about it.
Well, I'm just warning you.
These people are not gonna talk about it, and it's gonna turn into a shit show.
I'm gonna
It
call
is a shit show.
Sanu Saru
Okay.
because and I don't mean to, but we're watching Star Trek and one of the main
Oh, okay.
characters is Saru. So
Saru. Okay,
it's just
okay.
gonna happen.
Got it. Sorry, Sanu.
I'll do the best I can.
Okay.
So
If I hear a
Sanu
Saru, I'll correct you.
okay. Later they talk to Sanu and Sean's like, "Women be chatting, am I right?" Like, I need somebody to deal with that because I can't talk to her a lot.
I need they were the ones that were like, I mean, she just needs a best friend. And
Yes.
I need to also
Yes.
have a best friend. I'm like, then go
Yes.
find fucking best friends.
I know. I know.
Plenty of people in the world have best friends that aren't their partner.
Right. Yes.
Like I have Todd is my best friend. So is my friend Wendy. So is my friend John. I'm very polyamorous in my friendships.
Yes.
I have a friendship polyamory life.
Well, now we see Barbie and Ken and they get their hands on Darian.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And she's like, "Do you have some Scorpio placements? I'm feeling some Scorpio placements." And Ken is
Of
like,
course you are.
"She's a freak like a Scorpio." I don't know if he thinks he's who's that guy from oh god, from the movie Duel. Do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
This is
No.
a 70s reference if there ever was
I
one.
wanna know,
Jesus Christ.
honestly, as you look that up, I
Dennis
wanna know,
Weaver?
honestly, as I wanna know who he thinks he is.
That's what I'm trying to find out right now.
No.
Dennis Weaver.
Oh, Dennis Weaver, no, but I wanna know who Ken thinks he is. Like,
That's what I'm saying. He thinks
he's this
he is a
guy?
combination between Dennis Weaver, John
Okay.
Wayne, okay? A little Matthew McConaughey mixed in.
Yeah. Mhm.
Mhm. I think he also thinks that he's oh god, I just had it. I just had it. Burt Reynolds.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
He's
Solved.
Smokey and the Bandit Burt Reynolds.
Mystery solved.
Okay.
This
Current
guy
references
probably
only.
this guy probably doesn't know who any of these people are.
People
I'm just going to use this as yet another opportunity to plug the movie Duel, which was Steven Spielberg's first film and is probably one of the greatest movies ever made.
I've never seen it. I can put it on the list. Yeah,
It's
here's
from
the thing, Amy.
1971 and
Okay.
it's about all you see this guy just driving and this truck driver that you never see the face of chases him and terrorizes him the entire time.
Wow. Okay,
It's
that sounds
about road
intense.
rage. It's
Yeah.
really interesting.
Here's the thing. Here, I'm gonna say something that's gonna hurt your heart, but I need to say it.
Oh no. Okay.
I think we're old enough to be Ken and Barbie's moms.
100%. I mean, I'm 46. I easily could have had these idiots at 20.
Yes, I think they're like
Yes.
23.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god.
So Dylan and Lauren talk to Mia, who wants to know why you can't have as many lovers as friends. And then she starts talking about an energy exchange. People come into your life for a reason or a season. And Dylan is all like, yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps with what you're saying. Yeah, I got to get to the gym. Oh my God.
He actually did. She's like, "Oh my god, you did get goosebumps."
I know.
She's like caressing his arm, and I'm like, his arm might rip out of his skin any
I
moment
think,
now.
I think he thinks that she came up with people come into your life for a reason or a season.
He's never heard that before.
Just like I think when Drug Nana on Virgin River said, when people show you who they are the first time, believe them. And there's a population segment, a segment of the population who might believe Drug Nana said that and not
For
Maya
the first
Angelou.
time, she was the
Yes.
first one who came
Yes.
up with that.
Yes. So
Well, there's a whole group of people who think that Oprah's the first one who said that. So
that's true. That's
yeah.
true. And on that Virgin River episode, I went down a rabbit hole and I found an episode of the Oprah show where she's in bed with Maya Angelou and they're laying in Maya Angelou's bed talking.
That sounds amazing.
It's real weird. Real 80s. Okay.
I mean, amazing in a really weird way.
So the gong hits and the singles must leave. And they're now open to explore the mansion and find their rooms. And they're running around. And in each room, there's a shelf. And it has a picture of the couple. And then they put a picture of the single that they're going to choose.
Todd was funny. He's like, I can't believe they've already put their, like when the couples do couple up and they're like, they haven't even walked to the bedroom yet and they have those pictures together. Todd's like, wow, they did that quick. I'm like, honey, that's editing. They just shot that.
Yes.
And then spliced
Yes.
it right in
Yes.
there. Like, we watch enough reality shit. We know that
We know how this works.
this works.
So the next day, they're all having breakfast and chatting. And Dylan was like, last night was so awesome. I was shocked by the awesome conversation.
I don't think Dylan's ever had an awesome conversation.
I really have to pull out all my acting chops for this one.
You do, you do.
Mhm.
You're doing great.
Ramen and Ashmal say they actually agreed on some people yesterday and they were pretty excited, but they can't decide if they want a boy or a girl.
Oh, by the
Okay.
way, I think all 4 of these couples banged the shit out of each other last night because
Oh,
they were so
yes.
hopped up on this.
That's why I'm saying I don't want to stay in that place. No.
There's gonna be a lot of
There's a
a
lot of
black light or a blue whatever light you do here is not gonna go
yeah,
well.
no.
Mm-mm.
Ramen says they've actually had threesomes, sometimes even foursomes, but they kick those motherfuckers out the next day.
Right, now it's like, do we want them to stay for breakfast? I don't know.
Yes. So
Oh,
Dr. Shamira is holding a
that's Shamar
relationship
Moore.
Shamar Moore is holding a relationship session on the beach. So this is her thing. Every episode she's going to have a relationship session.
Mhm.
So she's here to help them create rules to help bringing in a third. And the first thing that she wants to talk about is chemistry.
Yes.
And she wants to see if the couples are on the same page. Even if you don't agree, it's okay. We get on the same page by understanding that we have differences. And they have photos of the singles and they have to answer her question with a picture. So I
In
just
a
have a few
binder, which makes
highlights.
it even more meat markety.
Oh,
I was
binders of
like, "Oh,
women. Bring
they've
me
got
those
binder"
binders of women.
except these are binders of men and women, but yeah, binders
Yes.
of women here.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So who has the best body? A lot of the people choose the same. I don't really have who they choose because it doesn't matter.
It
But I
totally
will
doesn't matter.
say there is a point where Sean says, now Sean of Sean and Brittany say,
Right.
we're hot and you can't bring some donut in here.
I was like,
Fuck off. I'm that
"Fuck,
donut.
I'm
Fuck
the
off.
donut." These people who are coming at this like, "We are too hot for you." Fuck
Mhm.
off.
Mhm. So they also answer who's the best kisser, who'd you open up. They mostly pick the same people, so they're on the same page.
Sure,
Okay.
sure, sure. Whatever.
Now we get to the ceremony.
I was really nervous about the ceremony. I was like, "How are they gonna do this?"
Well, they did it decently, I
They
think,
did,
because there
because I
was a
was like, "What if"
twist I think that helped.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So I was afraid it was going to be like the couples just pick you and then you
And
have to go with them.
you're locked in whether you want it or not.
But that is not what happens. They
Thank
do have
God.
some
Or
consent,
you get
thankfully.
rejected. Or
Right.
you get rejected.
Right. So
I
this
just think it was the rejection thing. We were like, "Oh, this is gonna get so messy."
so how they do this is they'll go to like Lauren and Dylan, for example, and they'll be like, who wants to hook up or go into a throuple with Lauren and Dylan? Those singles step forward, and then of
Yes.
those who step forward, Lauren and Dylan choose. Okay.
I wanna know how they chose the order of the couples choosing.
Me too, because Lauren and Dylan always get the best pick.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
they went
Oh, so
first
you
in the other ceremony too.
got it, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's weird.
Which
I
I
wanna
don't think we
know
see in episodes 1 and 2. I think that's
No,
in
we
3.
don't. We
Yeah.
definitely don't. We end 2 right before that's about to happen.
Okay. Well, they go first then too. So like they get first, which I don't know, maybe he threatened somebody like in a rage.
He might have. "I will roid rage all over this resort if you don't let us go
He's
first."
like the Hulk. He's just the Hulk.
He's Bruce Banner with, like, 1 second to go before he bing.
I was so obsessed with the Incredible Hulk when I was a kid, so obsessed that I
Same.
had a toy that was the Hulk and you pump him up and he bursts out of a cage.
Ah, I remember that toy. I
God, I
think I
wouldn't
wanted
kill to
that toy.
have
I
that now.
loved watching the Hulk
Me
and
too.
Lou Ferrigno as the
Yes,
Hulk. Well,
yes,
yeah.
yes, me too. Bill Bixby was
Yes.
David
Uh,
Banner.
yes.
So
Oh, I
they
said Bruce
picked
Banner,
Becca.
didn't I? It's David Banner, isn't it?
Yeah, David Banner.
Okay.
But no. Yes,
Or is
David Banner. Is it
it's
Bruce
definitely a
Banner?
banner.
Oh, we need to look this up. Hold on. It's is it Bruce or David Banner? That's a thing. Okay.
Oh,
Johnson changed the name of Hulk's comic book alter ego, Dr. Bruce Banner, to David Banner for the TV show.
okay, so both are
Okay.
correct. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Cool, cool.
Okay. There we
Okay.
go.
Awesome.
All right. So Barbie and Ken pick Denise with a Y.
Mhm.
Ashmal and Ramen choose Jonathan, who's a real cutie.
He's a cutie patootie.
He really is. And Sean and Brittany.
I feel bad for him. He's in a mess right
Jonathan's in a
now.
fucking mess. Sean and Brittany pick Sanu.
Of course.
Okay. So now there's another twist. You get to know each other for a couple nights and then you get to swap if you want. So you
Right.
could return your single to the store if you don't like them.
It's
Jesus.
like a scary child. They get returned. They get put back on the shelf if they
This
don't meet your needs.
this is my one, not my one. This is one of my
Yeah.
like, they need no.
This is gross.
You should be given an option, like, they should force you to pick a new person every 4 days
Yes.
so that
And
you
you could
get
return to people
right.
later.
You could return to people later, but you get to know everybody and you get to understand different aspects and what you might
No.
want, not
This
want.
is just trying to
Just
slot someone into a hole.
right.
No pun
Literally.
no pun and pun intended.
So Ashmal and Rahman and Jonathan say between the 3 of them, they've never met a mirror they didn't like.
Sure.
And
Sure.
they're all cuddling in bed, and Jonathan's like, "You guys have my consent." And boom, boom, porn music starts playing.
Some of this was
I
hot,
need to
Amy, I'm
get
not gonna
porn
lie.
music on my board.
Okay, yeah, we need
Yeah,
to get some porn music.
because
Some of
there's
the
a lot of it.
some of the shit was really hot, I'm not
It
gonna
got
lie.
it got real hot, and there's a lot of like, oh. It's like
It was next level love after lockup. It was more than just listening to these people hook up in a
no,
car.
it was next level Temptation Island. It was
Mm,
Temptation Island on steroids.
right. It was
Woof.
hot. Not gonna lie.
So they're all making out. They're all. I think here's what I think. We learn later that Barbie and Ken did not bang their chick. I think Brittany and Sean and Sanu did not bang. We know
No.
that
Right,
because we
correct.
heard Sanu talking from across the room. So I think she was like on a couch, on a cot, in another bed somewhere.
Sanu is gonna make them process every moment of this, and they are going to hate her.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of did too.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, yeah, because I was like, oh my god. But then again, I didn't sign up for polyamory. Okay.
Right. That's what they're
So
trying to do. That's what they're saying they're trying to do, and she's like, "If we're doing polyamory, we need to talk to each other," and they're like, "Why aren't we just fucking?"
yes, they want a threesome.
They just want threesome because
Dylan
they
and
hate each other.
Dylan and Lauren look like they're gonna eat Becca alive.
Uh-huh.
Like they're gonna devour her.
Uh-huh.
Like he's like, look at
Oh,
her ass, look at her boobs. We see full naked boobs, and they're
we see
nice.
boobs, we see ass.
They're nice boobs, I have to
I
say.
mean, these people all have banging bodies, like
They all go to bed together, and like I said, Dylan and Lauren, similar to Walking Dead, just kind of feast J on Becca, and we'll never see her again. And that's it. That's the end of episode 1, and I fucking loved it.
This is amazing. This is so messy.
So amazing. It's so
These people are
amazing.
such a shit show. This is gonna be
Ugh.
so much fun. I hope there's 10 episodes of it. I'm gonna be sad if there's only 8.
I hope there is too, guys, and we are going to drop them every Saturday starting next week. So this will drop today's Saturday that we're recording this. We're gonna
Correct.
drop these tomorrow. So
Okay.
episodes 1 and 2. Episode 3 will drop Wednesday.
Okay.
And then going forward, episode 4 will drop either
Saturday, well
Saturday or Sunday
okay,
as soon
it'll
as
be a
we can
weekend
on the
treat.
weekend. Yes, it'll be a weekend treat for you to, I don't know,
I don't
listen
know,
to
guys.
this ridiculous.
It's on Peacock. If anyone I don't even know if we
Oh,
said that.
we didn't even say that. It's on Peacock, which
It's on
I thought was free
okay.
with commercials.
I don't know.
I don't know. But then I look and I'm paying $5.99. I'm like, why am I paying $5.99 if I'm getting fucking commercials?
Because probably if you paid $7.99, you wouldn't get commercials. I don't know. I don't
Maybe. I
understand
don't
this
know.
shit.
It's on Peacock. Get thee to
To Peacock.
Peacock.
Get thee to a peacock.
Oh, Jesus. Whoever gave us this, don't stop. Just keep it
You just
coming.
make more of this all day, every day. You should have like 7 of these going at a time.
Oh
Like
my
like 90
god.
day.
You
Just
know what it is?
couples around the globe. Let's get this going.
2024, let me tell you something. It's going to be a shit year. Okay, I'm telling everybody right now, I'm predicting it. We're in
Oh, it
for
already is for
we're
me.
in for a nightmare election. Don't
Oh,
even
yeah.
turn on the fucking news. Just stay
Nope.
away from it at all costs. But
Nope.
go out and vote on
Right.
November whatever, please.
Yeah. First Tuesday, November, whatever that is.
Yes. But and I lost my job. People are losing marriages. People are breaking up. People are depressed. 2024 sucks.
Right.
We needed this.
Yes,
Thank
we
you.
did need this. Like I said the other day, Todd noticed that I've been doing some personal care shit. And his
Mhm.
first question was, "Are you having an affair?" And I'm like, "No, I'm depressed." He's
No.
like, "Oh, okay.
Is this helping? This is helping.
This is helping my depression." It's at least giving me a really good laugh. These people are amazing.
All right, guys, stay tuned. We're going to be back with episode 2 in your feeds very
Yes.
shortly.
Yes.
And if you haven't already, check Amanda and I out on Patreon, Supercast, or Apple subscriptions where we cover Sister Wives.
Yes.
And we're doing some really good work with 90 Day, including I'm
That's
Miss Debbie, and I met Ruben the Cuban. And I'm looking for an allure from him. What?
You have to pull out this music at some point in couple to throuple. If there's ever any like romantic drama, I need this music. You need porn music and love stories.
Done and done. Done and done. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you soon.
Take care, everyone.